key. If you touch me, I'm just gonna call the police on you and you're gonna go to jail. Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, Key, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title of this video, I am back with another story time. Before we jump right on in, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back, and I appreciate your support so very much. And please do not forget to like, comment, and share this video. Also, go ahead and hit me with some hypes. I'm really not too sure what that means, but I'm pretty sure it's a good thing. So go ahead and hype this video on up, y'all. Now, today's story time is going to be about the time Lame, yes, Lame, took my car when I was asleep. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Y'all. So this story time takes place right before I had moved in with Lame. So it was after I had gave birth to me and Lame's second child. Let me see. Our baby was probably like a month or two old during this time. This is what happened. Let me get all serious because he had me messed up, y'all. Now, me and Lame, y'all already know that we wasn't together during the time because he was dealing with somebody who I call Wanda, who was this crazy, deranged crackhead. Well, she wasn't on crack, but I did later find out the girl was using meth. Yeah. And she was pregnant. So Lame had met this girl when she was 5 months pregnant and she was on meth. But anyway, so yeah, Lame, he wasn't with her. He wasn't with me either. But of course, I still had feelings for Lame. Why? I don't know. Maybe it was because I was postpartum. Y'all know women's hormones be up and down during pregnancy and after pregnancy. So maybe I wanted my family back. Maybe it was the hormones. I don't know. But I somewhat still had feelings for Lame. Now, I remember us all being at my house. It's me, my newborn, my daughter, and Lame. And it's starting to get late, like towards the evening. It's probably like 5 or 6. And Lame asks if he can take my daughter with him to go see his dad. Now, Lame's dad lived in the apartments right next to mine. We did not live in the same complex, but he lived in the more ghetto apartments. Like anything goes over there in those apartments. And I was so glad that I did not live over there. My apartments were way more calmer. So Lame had asked me if he could go over there with my daughter, and I was like a little bit hesitant because I know how it goes over there, and I just didn't really want my daughter around there. But he assured me that my daughter was good. She was going to be safe with him. And I agreed after a little bit of convincing. But then after I agreed for him to take my daughter with him to go see his dad, he hit me with the, "Can I drive you a car since I'm taking our daughter? I don't want to walk over there with her." And I'm like, sure, it's literally only the apartments right next to mine. He gonna get out, chill with his dad for a little bit, then he gonna come back with my daughter in my car. So I agreed to let him drive my car with my daughter over there to his dad's. Now, like maybe 2 hours go by, and then Lame, he comes back with my daughter. And then I'm like, I noticed my daughter, she had a phone in her hand. I'm like, where did she get this phone from? And he was like, oh, she got that phone from Wanda. I was like, what you mean she got that phone from Wanda? He was like, yeah, I had seen Wanda over there in an apartments. And I'm like, thinking he must have knew she was going to be over there because all of a sudden you want to go see your dad and then you just happen to run into Wanda. I'm like, my daughter, she wasn't at the age where I could be asking her questions. So I didn't even bother asking her, like, did you see this person? You know, I would never question my daughter like that anyways because she a kid. So I'm just like, yeah, okay. So after he brings my daughter back, he tells me that he's going to go back over there to his dad's house. And y'all, by this time, it's almost bedtime. I like to be in bed by 8 o'clock. So he knows it's my bedtime coming up, and he tells me he about to go over there and chill with his dad somewhere because his dad's an alcoholic just like he is, and they like to sit around and drink beers. And I'm like, okay. So he was like, I'm going to take the house keys because you might be asleep when I get back. And I'm not thinking anything of it because I do not expect for Lane to take my car. I just expect for him, okay, he's going to take my keys because he needs to lock the door. He don't want to leave my door open. Okay, cool. Yeah. Go ahead and take the house keys because he already knew I was going to be asleep by the time he got back. So Lane leaves. And a few hours go by, like me and my babies, I put my kids to sleep. Of course, I went to sleep, and a few hours go by. We all in the house. We knocked out. I want to say like maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, I hear some noise. And then I see like lights are being cut on in my house. So I'm like, okay, Lane is back. So I don't get up though. I just hear the noise. I'm thinking like, yeah, Lame is back. He probably about to shower and he probably about to get into bed. But I just hear Lame talking crazy under his breath. And then I hear him say, like, he's talking crazy. So I'm just like, what's going on? He's like, fuck you. But he don't say it super loud. He's just like, fuck you. And I say, what? And then he goes, fuck everybody. I'm like, yeah, he drunk. He went over there and had one too many beers and he didn't came back drunk. But while he's talking crazy, I noticed that he's lacing up his shoes. I'm like, okay, I thought he was coming in for the night. I thought he was about to get into bed and go to sleep. But he's lacing up his shoes because when he left, he had on slides. But I already knew it was going to be some BS because Lame is putting on shoes. And the thing about Lame, like, he probably can't fight too good, but he gonna fight. So I'm like, yeah, he about to put on some shoes to go fight somebody because it's always some drama in those apartments. I remember one time, Lame had came back to my house. This is a totally different story, but Lame had came back to my house after being gone for about maybe a week. And this man had on a cast. And I'm like, what happened to your arm? He tells me one story, but the real story was when I started asking around, like, what happened to Lame's arm? This man got his arm broke because he was eyeballing somebody, bitch, in the apartments. So yeah, he went over there and got beat up and got his arm broke. So after Lame laces up his shoes, he hands me my keys and tell me to lock the door. So I get up out the bed and I lock the door behind him. And Lame doesn't come back that night and I don't talk to him. Now, Lame, it was kind of hard for me to get in contact with Lame because he hardly ever had a phone. And I honestly think that he used to purposely not keep a phone because he didn't want to talk to me. Honestly, that's what I used to think. And it's probably true. He probably didn't keep a phone because he didn't want to talk to me. Because when he did have a phone, I was blowing that motherfucker up. Like, you get your raggedy ass down here and help me take care of these kids. Like, I ain't going for none of that. I will come and get you. Yeah, that's how it was. So he didn't have a phone. I didn't know where he was. I just assumed that he was over his dad's house because he was already drunk. Maybe he got drunk, fought somebody, and then crashed out at his daddy's house. Who knows? So the next day, I get up, get my kids ready. I get ready. And I plan to head over to my daddy's house because that's what we usually did. Like, I didn't have a job at that time. So if I wasn't at home, I was at my daddy's house chilling with him. Hold on, y'all. Now, it's time for me and my kids to head over to my daddy's house. So I got my little baby in his car seat and my other little baby. She got her shoes on. She waiting on me. Now, we head out the door, walking down the stairs and walking towards the parking lot. And I had an assigned parking space. So we walking over to my car. And I noticed something. I noticed that my car was backed in. Like, I never backed in my car because it's stupid. Like, I didn't know how to back in at that time. I ain't got time for all that, y'all. I'm like, oh, Lane backed in my car. Like, it was weird to me because Lane barely even know how to drive. I drive way better than him. I'm like, okay, this nigga don't know how to drive, but he knows how to park a car. Like, he knows how to back in. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I unlocked the door and I was about to put my baby in the back seat and then get my daughter in her car seat. And I noticed that I didn't have a car seat for my daughter in the back seat where it usually is because I usually just keep her car seat in the car. Now I take my babies out because I got to take him in and out the house. So I'm like, huh, where the hell is my daughter car seat at? I'm like, that's really weird. Why wouldn't her car seat be in the back seat? Something told me to check the trunk. So I go to the trunk, open the trunk, and I see that my daughter's car seat is in the trunk. I'm like, what the hell? I know this boy did not take my car, put my baby car seat in the trunk, and have people in my car. Like, that wasn't the deal. So you were driving around with people in my car while you had my daughter. You was just supposed to take my daughter over there with you to go visit your daddy and come back. Like, what were you doing? So now I'm irritated. So I'm like, okay, yeah, he got me messed up. I didn't even want to leave at that point because I was so mad. I take my kids and I go back in the house. Now at this point, I'm about to start making some phone calls because Lane got me fucked up, y'all. So I get on the phone. The first person I knew to call was to call his daddy because Lane told me he was going to go see his daddy. So I want to know what was going on. Like, Did Lame have people in my car? Tell me what's up. And where this nigga at anyways, because he's supposed to be here. So I call Lame daddy and I'm like, hey, so-and-so, he don't need no name, he ain't nobody. Hey, so-and-so, is Lame over there? And when I'm talking to his daddy, like usually when I talk to him, he real friendly. Y'all already know the little story about him, y'all. He real overly friendly with me. He real cool with me. But while we're talking, it seemed like this nigga got an attitude. So he just acting like he don't even want to talk to me. He's barely answering my questions. He just like being so nonchalant. And I'm telling him, I'm like, I'm looking for Lane because I let him use my car. And I want to know if he had anybody in my car. Like, where's your son at? So he was like, I don't know what's going on with Lane. I don't know. He was like, here, talk to her. So this man hands the phone to somebody else. I'm like, who he mean talk to her? Maybe he's about to put Lane's mama on the phone. So I'm thinking Lane, drunk ass mama about to get on the phone. So when she say hello, I immediately notice that it's not Lane's mama. She like, hello? I'm like, who is this? She goes, oh, hey, Key, this Wanda. I said, what he put you on the phone for? She goes, oh, I just want to tell you what happened. I'm like, what happened? Well, what? Where Lane at? She was like, oh, he's in jail. I said, he's in jail for what? She goes, well, yeah, last night Lane was drunk and he was tripping. And I just want to tell you that Lane was driving around in your car and he had people driving your car and he wrecked the back of your car. I'm like, what? Lane was driving around with people in my car with my daughter? And she said, no, he had already took your daughter home. Lane came back with your car. Y'all, remember when Lane said he was going to take my keys because he wanted to lock the door because he knew I was going to be asleep? He was lying. Y'all, he took my keys because he had stole my car. That's why. So I'm thinking the whole time my car is outside parked in my parking spot. This nigga going in my shit. So she telling me, yeah, he was letting people drive your car. They was going everywhere in your car. And they wrecked it. I'm like, what? What you mean they wrecked it? So I'm like, I'm real heated now because I didn't even notice that my car was wrecked. Now I'm thinking this is why he had my car back then because like I said, I usually park forward. He had my car back then because it was wrecked in the back. And remember, I went to my trunk to see if my baby's car seat was in my trunk and it was. I didn't even notice that my tail light was wrecked, that it was completely broken. I didn't even notice none of that. So I'm heated. Like I'm just... Y'all, sometimes when I get mad, I can't even see straight. So I'm just all cockeyed talking to this girl like my blood boiling. I'm just ready to fight at this point. Oh, and I did forget to mention this part. Before we even got on the subject about him wrecking my car, this crackhead had me so messed up because I don't know how we got on the subject, but it was something about, she was saying how I don't be giving his daddy rides, like he just have to catch the bus and stuff like that. And I'm telling her, I'm like, well, why would I be giving his daddy rides? He don't do nothing for my kids. He don't interact with my kids. He barely talks to my kids. Like, why would I be driving his daddy around? This bitch don't have the nerve to say, he don't gotta do shit for your kids. He don't gotta do shit for your kids. Girl, I mean, I'm saying girl like, this is a FaceTime call. Y'all, she had me so up when she said that. And I'm thinking like, why is she popping it like that? Like, she's saying that like I'm talking about her nigga or something. This my kid's grandpa. What you mean he don't have to do nothing for my kids? So she had me messed up when she said that. And y'all, we gon' remember that part, okay? Because we gonna get to that part later on in the story. So she was like, yeah, Lane was mad, telling me he, what this hoe say? Telling me he gonna have you fight me. He gonna have you beat me up because he mad I wouldn't give him $50. I'm like, oh, bitch, you ain't lying. I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. I am gonna beat your ass. And she like, what, Key? If you touch me, I'm just gonna call the police on you and you gonna go to jail. I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm going off. I'm so mad because I'm like, no, he didn't. He really took my car over there just to stun on a bitch. You took my car over there. This is what I feel like. I feel like he took my car over there and was joyriding because you was trying to make her mad. It had nothing to do about the $50. You probably still wanted to be with her. She probably didn't want to fuck with you no more. So you was trying to make her mad and have her see like, yeah, I'm in my baby mama car. Yeah, bitch. Y'all know how these broke ass niggas be stunning a baby mama car. Like, that's what he was doing. So I'm like, okay, yeah, he's trying to show off in front of this bitch. I'm finna beat this bitch up. And I'm finna beat her up on the simple fact, bitch, I ain't forgot that she was talking that shit to my mama. So she's like, yeah, I'm gonna call the police on you. You gonna go to jail. You're not gonna touch me. If you do touch me, you're gonna go to jail. And y'all, I'm sitting on the bed while I'm talking to this bitch. I'm holding my newborn baby. I'm holding my baby. And your child can feel your energy. But we gonna get to that point. So while I'm holding my baby, talking to this bum ass crackhead bitch, I'm literally screaming like, bitch, I'm gonna come over there and beat the fuck out of you. Like, I'm just hot, y'all. I'm hot. I'm hot at the fact that this nigga done stole my car. He stole my car to only go over there and stole on that crackhead bitch. Like, and I ain't forgot about the simple fact that you was talking shit to my mama, and after I gave birth to my baby, you were harassing me. Like, I ain't forgot none of this. So yes, it's belt to ass when I see you. So I'm screaming on the phone to myself, yeah, bitch, I'm finna come over there right now. And she don't know where I live. She's probably thinking like, oh yeah, this bitch bluffing. She's not gonna come over here. She probably still thinking I live on the east side, and she ain't know, bitch. So I'm right next to y'all. I'm literally in the apartments right over. So I'm like, bitch, fuck you. I'm finna be on my way. So I hang up on her, and then I call my mom, and y'all, my baby, I'm holding my baby, y'all, and I feel so bad after this because of what my mama told me. So I'm holding my baby, and he's just screaming. Like, he was cool at first when we got in the house, and I'm just sitting there, you know, talking on the phone, all casual. But once I start like screaming and going off, he's screaming too. So I call my mama, and I'm like, mama, come over here right now and come get these kids because I'm finna go beat up Wanda. She was like, why? So I tell her what happened, and then she can hear her grandson screaming in the background. She was like, Key, you need to calm down. The baby can feel your energy. He's screaming like that because you're upset. You have to calm down. I'm like, but I can't. He got me fucked up. He just stole my car. She was like, Key, I know. I understand, but you have to calm down. And when she said that, I looked at my baby. He was so upset. His little lights up was turning red. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I let these people take me out of my character. Like, I can't believe I'm acting like this right now. This is not good. This ain't even me. Like, this is the old me. I'm somebody's mama now. I don't need to be acting like this. So I said, you know what, Mom, you right. I calmed down, gave my baby a bottle. He was calm once I calmed down. So she was definitely right about that. He definitely felt my energy. He knew I was upset. So I calmed down, and I just was like, you know what? It's not even worth it. She ain't even worth it, and he's not worth it, because look at both of them. They both have nothing. I understand I got 2 kids by this lame, but he ain't shit. He don't want to get his shit together. He just want to be around, out and about all day, get drunk, and just do nothing with himself. So why should I even care? Yeah, I can be mad at the fact that he stole my car, but going over there to fight her because, I mean, shit, she really did need her ass beat for harassing me like that and talking shit to my mama. But I'm gonna just let it go. I got more to lose. But yeah, so after that talk with my mom, I just let it go. Like, I remember that the bitch Wanda, she had told me that Lane was in jail. So I started calling the jails because I want to make sure, is this nigga in jail? Like, I really want to know if he's in jail or not. So I'm calling the jail, and a representative got on the phone. I don't know if it's the police who be answering them calls or what, but somebody got on the phone. I'm like, I'm looking for so-and-so. They like, what's their full name? I give them his full name. They ask for their date of birth. I give them his date of birth. And they were telling me, oh yeah, he was arrested, but he was let go. They didn't actually take him down to the station. So he's not in jail. He's not currently locked up. So I'm like, okay. So after I get off the phone with the police station, I'm just like, you know, fuck it, fuck lame. I'm just going on about my day. And I was supposed to go to my dad's house anyways to go chill with him and then get some money from my dad because y'all already told y'all I didn't have no job, so I needed to pay for electricity. And I got this bum ass nigga over here, which is sad. Like, I got this bum over here who's supposed to be helping me with these kids, and he just out doing nothing. And I have to go get money from my father just so that me and my kids can have some electricity. Y'all, looking back now, no, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I was young and dumb, so judge me if you want to. Everybody got a pass, but I definitely learned from my mistakes. It is what it is. But yeah, so I'm just chilling in the house with my kids. I'm like, I'm not even finna go nowhere. I'm too upset. I'm gonna just probably go to my daddy's house tomorrow to get some money for electricity because we was gonna run low. Y'all, a couple hours later, tell me why Lame calls me and he's at his sister's house with his sister and his mammy. So I'm like, my phone is ringing. I'm like, oh yeah, this him right here. I'm like, hello? He's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, what's up? You tell me. And he already know that I already know what's going on because I got an attitude. He was like, well, yeah, I just called to tell you that, shit went down. And he just started telling me what happened. I'm like, okay, so I talked to that bitch, Wanda. You took my car? She told me you took my car, you had people driving my shit, and you wrecked my shit. And I'm just getting hot. I'm heated. I'm going off. But I go in the room because I don't want my kids to be upset. So I go in the room. I'm in my closet at this point. I'm talking shit to Lame. He's just like, no, it's not even like that. That bitch lying. That bitch is lying. I'm like, well, tell me what it is. Tell me what it's like. He tells me that he did take my car, but when he went over there to go like spend time with his dad noticed that he had the car, well, my car. He noticed that he had my car. So his dad was just like, can you take us to the liquor store so we can get some liquor? So he was like, cool, yeah, I'll take y'all to the liquor store. And it's the liquor store right by the apartment. So he was like, we didn't even go far. But he was like, they wanted to go somewhere else and I don't have license. So his friend was there and his friend has license. So wherever we was going, I let them drive because I didn't want to get pulled over and get your car took. So I'm like, okay. So he was like, yeah, it's not like we was joyriding or nothing. I let that person drive because they had license. I'm like, okay. So what's this about you wrecking my car? I forgot, honestly. I don't remember what Lame said. I'm sure it was a lie, but I really don't remember what he said about my backlight being wrecked. I don't know. So I can't even tell y'all what this man said. And I'm like, you should never took my car in the first place. You told me you was only taking my keys to lock the door. You didn't say that you were going to take my car and be driving it. He was like, yeah, I didn't want to have to walk back and it was already getting late. You already know it's crazy over there. I'm like, you should have just stayed in the house. And then he was like, yeah, but I ended up bringing your car back because my dad, he was just doing too much. He just wanted me to drive them everywhere. And they thought they was finna ride around in your car. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. This is my baby mama car. So I bought your car back. I'm like, so you knew it was wrecked, though. You knew my car was wrecked. And like I said, I don't remember what lie he told me about my car being wrecked. So I can't even tell y'all what happened about that. He was like, yeah, but man, you know, it's my bad. It's my bad. It's a nigga fault. I should never took your car. Y'all already know how Lane be talking. I should never took your car. That's a nigga fault. My bad about that, baby. My bad. My bad, Key. What's this I hear about you going to jail? He tells me that he was over there fighting somebody. He did get arrested, but the police let him go once the police got both sides to the story. So Lane starts talking shit, talking about something. He don't even know why Wanda is over his dad's house anyway. She's staying over there. She needs to go stay somewhere else. I guess the girl was homeless. So he had told me that his cousin had lived in some apartments right next to his dad's, right? And Wanda had been staying with his cousin. Now his cousin, it was a boy cousin, but I guess Wanda was cool with his cousin's baby mama, and they both let her stay over there. But while the baby mama was at work, Wanda was fucking on the cousin. Yes, like, you see how dirty this bitch is? This lady let her in her home, and remind y'all, they have kids. So this lady let this homeless pregnant girl stay in her house because she felt bad. And look how the bitch do her. You wait till she go to work, and you just start fucking on her man. So once the baby mama found out, Wanda, of course, she had to go. So that's how Wanda ended up staying over Lane's daddy house. And I guess when Wanda was staying over the daddy house, that's how they started messing around. Because remember, in another story time, I did tell y'all how Lane was in my backseat crying because he had found out that Wanda was fucking on his daddy. Yes, like, this girl's disgusting. Remind y'all, she's pregnant. That girl disgusting. She just letting all these random dudes hit her baby head. Like, how nasty can you be? Like, the next day, or was it, I don't know if it was either the next day or that day, Lame had came back over to my house. And so we just chilling, we getting along. Because y'all know when a nigga do something, they try their hardest to get back in your good graces. So he just, you know, catering to me, doing whatever I need him to do, and just kissing my ass. So I remember we chilling and I hear a knock at my door, and it's Lame's cousin. It's the cousin that was messing with Wanda, the one they was staying with. So I'm like, how does nigga know where I stay at? But I'm like, whatever. So he was like, hey, is Lame here? I'm like, yeah, he here. I let him come in. And I had already met the cousin, the baby mama. How I went over there for dinner one day. Like, that was real cool. You know, I ain't gonna lie. Lame has some weird ass family, but the cousin, he seemed cool, and I liked his baby mama. She was a real cool lady. So the cousin, he don't need no name, y'all. We ain't gonna name him. He comes in and he just giving us this whole speech about, you know, fuck Wanda. Of course it's fuck Wanda because he was fucking Wanda. But he's like, yeah, fuck Wanda. Don't, you know, don't worry about her. Y'all need to be a family. Just giving us this whole bullshit speech, y'all. So I'm like, yeah, okay. He stayed for maybe like a good hour, and I was just ready for him to go because I don't want to hear this shit. Fuck Wanda and fuck Lane. Fuck this nigga. Like, this nigga stole my car. Yeah, I'm still mad about that because who you feeling like? How you gonna steal my car to go try to stun on a bitch? Yes, y'all, I was still mad. But y'all, I said that's to say this. Tell me why this same man who was humping on Wanda, who tried to come in my house to give me this speech about how me and Lane need to be a family. Why a month later, this man was in my inbox trying to fuck me? Y'all, Lane's family is off the chain, y'all. This man, daddy, was trying to fuck on me. His cousins, with an S, yes, was trying to fuck on me. Like, they just did not have no type of respect for Lane whatsoever. Them people are disgusting. Ugh. And of course, it does not end there, but we're going to end this story time right here. Y'all tell me down below in the comments, who do y'all want story times about? Do y'all like the Lame story times? Do y'all want story times about Memphis, the one that's in jail? I low-key hate that I even introduced him. Low-key. But y'all want more story times about Lame, Memphis? Just tell me who y'all want to hear about. I got plenty of story times, and I forgot I was supposed to give y'all a story time about that. Y'all remember Snake? Remember when I was dealing with Predator and I met that older man we call Snake, and I had to tell y'all why I call him Snake? Do y'all want to know about that? Like, I think I'm ready to get that off my chest. But yeah, let me know if you like this story time to be more consistent. So I'm going to be giving y'all back-to-back story times. And yeah, so just let me know what y'all want to hear next. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you and love you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this story time. And go ahead and hype up this video for me, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, bye.